Hey there, we have a fierce game of Scum going on in the background, and I'm going to teach you guys how to play. Come with me. Okay, let's go over all the rules for Scum. You guys are going to love this game. It's a super fun card game that you can play with groups of people. It's somewhat of a relaxed game, but a lot of strategy, and sometimes it gets a little bit heated. So the object of the game is to move up in rank and to become president, and you don't want to become Scum. And so each round, the order in which you get rid of all of your hands determines the rank for the next round. So I'll draw for you what a hypothetical table setup would be like. So if this is your table, you designate the first spot as president, okay? And then the next spot is vice president, and so on. The ranks go down. And the person in the last spot is Scum, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in our hypothetical game, we have a table of 11 players. When you start the game, you start by each drawing one card, and whoever gets the highest card goes to the president position, and then the second and third and fourth and so on, based on the way that the card goes down. Now, in the game of Scum, the number 2 is the highest card that you can get. And we also throw the jokers in there, and 2s and jokers are the highest card, and they're also wild. So that's important to know, because when you're pairing them with other cards, you can pair 2, say with a jack, and you can have 2 jacks. So they act as a wild as well. For every 5 to 6 people that are playing your round or your game of Scum, you want to have 1 deck of cards. So for example, for our hypothetical example, we would want to have 2 decks of cards. Deal all of the cards, and if you're trying to get it so that each person has the same amount of cards, but if say 2 piles have 1 card less than all of the rest, then those cards go to the first, second, third positions and so on.
That's Matt, me, Jake, Steph, Tice, Jordan, Clint, Michael.
Those positions are the ones that are in advantage. So then after you deal out all of the cards, the positions 1, 2, and 3, and Scum 10 and 9, so the lowest 3 and the highest 3, they all trade cards. And the people in the higher positions give their worst card, while the people in the lower positions trade their best card.
So let's say I'm trading with you, Jake's trading with Jordan, and Cassie and Michael trading one. You gotta give your highest, and then you can give you whatever you want. Here you go.
So they're at a disadvantage, and the ones at the higher positions are at a better advantage for the entire game, which is why the object of the game is to move up in rank to eventually become the president.
So we normally always do like Scum is the one that has to like shuffle the cards and deal, and like if there's snacks, Scum has to go get them. And, you know, like, so we've done that. It's like it's funny.
So to start the play, the president leads out, and they can play however many cards that they want, but they all have to match. They all have to be pairs. So in other words, you have to play, 2 3s or 2 6s or 3 7s, whatever it is. But whatever they play has to be a pair, unless there's a wild thrown in there. So in other words, if you want to play 3 cards, they all have to match or be a wild, right? And then the second person plays, the third person, fourth person, and it goes around the table in that order. The play always moves in that order. Whatever, if you have your table positioned in counterclockwise or clockwise based on your number ranking. So the next person can play on those cards that president played, but they have to go up. So if the president plays a 3, the next one has to play a 4 or higher, and then if they play, say, a 5, then the next person has to play a 6 or higher. So the play continually always has to go up.
Also, the person who is leading the hand can play as many cards as they want, as long as they all match or are combined with wilds. Each person that plays on the hand has to play the same amount of cards that the first person played, and the cards have to go up in number.
If you do not have something that you can play when it comes to you, then you pass. Then you just say the word pass.
Pass. It's a platypus.
Pass.
If you don't have something that you can play or something that you want to play, maybe there's a reason why you want to hold on to your cards. So the play continues until you either hit 2s, which are the highest cards, and then that hand would stop, or if every single person has passed. For example, let's say that the person in position number 4 was the last to play a card, and they played a queen, and it has gone around the table and every single person has passed, then that hand is dead. The last person to play on the hand is the winner of that hand, and then they lead out for the next hand.
Daddy.
Pass.
Oh, pass.
I beat Max.
And so on. And again, then they have the choice to play however many cards that they want as long as they match. And then everybody who plays after them on that hand has to play up in number. So the first person in the entire round to get rid of their cards for the next round will go into the president position. Then the second person who's out goes into position number 2, 3, 4, and so on. So every single round you have the potential to move up in rank, or obviously maybe you had a bad round and you moved down in rank. But you get advantages when you're sitting in the first 3 spots. So that's the goal of the game. It's super fun. Sometimes it gets heated, and you'll see as you start to play that there are certain strategies that you can use. Maybe some of the strategies, just to give you a little tip or a hint, is that these guys down here typically don't get rid of their high cards right away if they're smart, because these guys might be playing each other for their position, because it's really hard for a scum to beat a president per se, but a scum can beat someone in position 8 probably pretty easy. So hopefully that makes sense. So these guys typically hang on to their higher cards, because your higher cards help you get rid of your lower cards, right? Because then when you lead out, you can lead out with your lower cards. Or if you have a bunch of pairs that are low, you can lead out with those pairs. It's a super fun game. We hope you love playing with your family. And subscribe if you want more fun and games. We'll see you soon.